So I've been asked to make a little video showing how I troubleshoot the Q4 harness for the Comma 3X, talking to a CAN FD Ford. So there's a couple of components here. That's the it's a female socket with male pins inside of it. That's a male socket with female pins on it. So you unplug the harness from the IPMA and the truck, plug it into there, and then you plug that into the truck. And then this is the harness box where the Cat5 and USB-C go. And so to test it, we're just going to be using a multimeter, and we're going to put that in continuity test mode. Now, those holes are very small, and most multimeters have a tip that looks like this. So what I do is I just take some sewing pins and I bend them in a 90, and you can either just stick them straight down in there like that and then touch them with your meter, or you can tape them. Since they're bent at a 90, you can just take and use some electrical tape and tape them on the meter so that you can get your probe down in there really good. So what I like to do first is you want to make sure that all of your wires and connectors are good. So I remove the harness box, and then you take the harness and plug it into itself, because those plugs are supposed to be identical. And now you can test right here on this piece the connection all the way through. So it should be the same colored wire goes all the way through. So if I find the dark green wire over here and the dark green wire right here, and I put a pin in there, I should get continuity. So I'll do that real quick. So the dark green is the second pin there, and then dark green is the third pin here. So I put my meter in continuity mode. It beeps when I have continuity, and I have continuity from that pin through this connector into this connector and then back up to that pin. So I know that those 4 connections, one here, one here, one here, and one here, are all good. So I'm going to go through and test all the wires real quick, and then we'll be back to test the harness box. So just a real quick, I guess, explanation of what's going on here. This is the harness box that goes into the harness, and what it does is the signals that are going in and out of the car would be going in and out over the cable that's plugged into the image processing module. And so that cable goes into here. All those signals that were going in and out of the IPMA now have to go through here and then back out this cable into the IPMA. And so any signal that we want to intercept and change, which is how the Comma works, happens in here. But when the power is turned off to this thing, there's a relay in here that should close and make all of these wires basically just connect through. So if data's coming in on this green wire, it should go out on this green wire. If it's coming in on this red wire, it should go out on this red wire. And so we're going to test that that actually works with the harness box. So we'll plug the harness box in. And what I've done is I've used the needle and a little bit of tape to get on the pink wire. And the pink wire on this side is the top left. And so if I stick my meter down into the top left pin, I've got continuity. If I run it through all the other pins in there, no continuity. The pink pin, or the pink wire on the left, ohms out to the pink wire on the right. So that means that the relay in here is doing what it's supposed to do. It's closing and letting data pass through. So I'm just going to go through and check every one of the wires to make sure that the relay closes properly and every one of them pass through when the Comma is powered off like it's supposed to.